Everybody, I'm here in beautiful Running Springs at the mountain house, my grandparents' cabin that we go to get some fresh air and relax. And I've been doing my workout, which is through a program called GMB Elements. Little background on that, if you're not familiar, GMB stands for Gold Medal Bodies. They're a website that creates mobility and mostly pretty much all actually bodyweight exercise programs. And Elements is like their baseline program that's kind of trying to give yourself like at the base of flexibility, mobility, and a little bit of strength that you need to start maybe tackling other programs that they offer that are separate, such as gymnastic rings or parallettes. So yeah, I've been interested in mobility training, which I kind of define mobility training as workouts that don't only emphasize strength, but also work your flexibility and emphasize kind of smooth movement. Right now I'm doing a little squatting, trying to get my squat on while I do these videos. So yeah, their program GMB is kind of like a nice baseline program for building some of the elements of mobility training, and one of those big elements is being able to do a deep squat. And for us Westerners, with our chair culture and all, squatting and hip flexibility and strength and ankle flexibility and strength and all that is very, very much overlooked and causes a myriad of health issues. You know, we all have, or know people that have lower back pain, knee pain, all that. If we squatted more, a lot of that would be mitigated or just completely eliminated. So yeah, from that interest that I have in mobility workouts and body weight exercises, and kind of doing things a little more in an interesting way, a little more engaging, and you know, with crossovers into everyday life, than maybe some other workouts. I chose to purchase and go through the Elements program. I'm about 2 weeks away from finishing, so I just wanted to give you a review, kind of an overview of what to expect, my thoughts on it, my experience with it, and maybe that can help you make a decision whether or not this program would be right for you, because it's one of the popular ones out there for sure for this kind of workout. So I'm going to transition to some clips and give you kind of an overview of what a workout in a day of GMB Elements looks like. Okay, so the first thing I'll say is their programming and general layout of GMB Elements is great. They really gradually ease you into these somewhat challenging movements and give you a great warm-up. What you're viewing right now is me doing, just some clips of me doing the warm-up. So yeah, following the program is really straightforward. The videos and schedule that they lay out are well done and very clear, no guessing. Again, the deep squat is a big element of this program, so they give you nice exercises, stretches to warm into that. So you'll start each workout with a warm-up, of course, and then you generally move into working on movements. This program is based on a few simple movements. The three primary are as follows. I will demonstrate each one of them. Okay, so number one is the bear crawl. I really like this movement. It's kind of like a moving downward dog if you have a yoga background. Really gets into nice tight spots and it's a good shoulder workout as well. And there's variations on all of their movements, so there's more advanced bear and so on. Then we have Frogger. This is getting into the deep squatting, obviously. Great movement for opening up those hips. And just Frogger from the front view. And last but not least, we have Monkey. This is a deep squatting movement as well, but lateral movement. Really gets into a different part of the hips and works some different muscles. Really fun movement as well, and the variations on monkey especially are really interesting and fun. So that's kind of an overview of a typical day with GMB Elements workout. It usually takes me about an hour to an hour 15 or so, especially to kind of go slowly and do the movements carefully, really getting the breath involved and all that. So that's kind of the format, what you can expect. My personal experience and thoughts with this program is overall it helps your flexibility in my deep squat a lot. That's great, and I use that squat in everyday life a lot. The crossover from that training to everyday life has been very practical and apparent. In my opinion, this program is best approached as kind of a power yoga session, is the best thing that I could kind of compare it to. And I mean that in the sense that your primary objective shouldn't, in my opinion and in my experience, shouldn't be to get like a crazy sweat on and like get totally ripped from this. Like that's not the objective of this program. And when I started it, my only workout was this Elements program, and I think that kind of made me push a little bit harder than I should have, because it's like, oh, it's the only workout I'm doing, maybe I'll push it a little, and that actually ended up injuring my left shoulder a little bit on the bonsai frogger, where you kind of get into your frogger and you jump and come back into it, and just doing it kind of a little more aggro and getting car driving by here, getting a little more intense with it kind of compromised my form. So it was completely my fault. Obviously form is the most important thing, and they emphasize that. So if you're looking for this as a primary workout, I would say it's a better supplement to if you really like getting sweaty and really like straining your muscles for strength. Again, there are other programs will get you there as well. The gymnastics ring workout's really intense. They don't recommend that you do that until you've been doing a lot of bear crawls and you have a little more shoulder mobility, that kind of thing. So the other thing I will say is on their website they had a case study where someone was experiencing knee pain, and through doing Elements, their knee pain went away. And they said, one of the things they described is walking downhill, hiking, and that's one of the main triggers of my knee pain. I didn't find that Elements helped my knee pain. It actually aggravated it a little bit with the deep squatting, and it wasn't until my personal trainer prescribed me some stretches, and I'm going to make a separate video about that, because he prescribed me 3 stretches, simple, with kind of a protocol on how to complete them, and that's pretty much eliminated my knee pain. So for me, what my problem was is my quads were really tight, and my tight quads were pulling unnecessarily and unnaturally joint and ligaments, and causing kind of an imbalance and it to kind of go off the track. Long story short, that'll be another video. Once I started doing those stretches, that my quads are nice and looser now, the pain is gone, and I'm back into Elements. So, but that's my experience. Some people might find that doing the deep squatting and stuff here is totally fine, even if they have kind of bunk knees, and it might actually improve theirs. For me, it was kind of aggravating though, and I had to kind of find another way to address that knee problem and then come back into Elements. The other thing I'll just say is there's zero equipment needed. A yoga mat's nice for some of the stretches, but that's totally awesome. Like, I have done this on vacation, and here, this isn't my home. I can just come and just do it on the deck, like I showed. It's super fun. And once you learn the basic movements, they have you start linking them together in kind of a freestyle play type of methodology. And that's really fun. That's really cool to take those kind of base movements and start throwing them together interestingly. And so, yeah, to conclude, before this goes on too long, in the end, I can honestly say after doing it that I could see pretty much anyone benefiting from this, no matter what your goals in fitness are. If you supplement your resistance weight training with this, it's just going to make you move better. I would be aware of just some of the, what kind of workout program it is, and keep it at that, and not try to make it something it isn't. And it's yeah, it's super fun. It gives you more body awareness. And I'm just gonna finish with a quick clip of me kind of showing linking movements and doing that inside of a room, so you kind of get this new perspective on a room, almost like child kind of play or something. Like, you just, when you're moving in this different way, your environment becomes a whole new place of exploration. So that's a really, really cool thing about it. So enjoy, and I hope this helped you figure out whether GMB Elements is right for you. If you enjoyed my video and you want to follow me on my other elements that are part of my overall health journey, including nutrition, fitness, mental well-being, all that kind of thing. It's, a very holistic approach that I'm taking. Definitely subscribe below, and feel free to like this video. I appreciate any likes if you got some value out of it and it helped you make your decision. Because I looked at some YouTube videos to decide whether I was going to do GMB, so that helps me, and hopefully this will help someone else. Take care.